Oh dear lord, the Sky are screwed. The Sky are screwed. You might say the sky is falling. But yeah, the Sky GM has come out. Apologies there. The Sky GM has come out and talked about the team's bad start, and there are some things that I'm like, oh dear God, this team is screwed.
The Chicago Sky didn't just throw Angel Reese under the bus, they ran her over, backed up, and made sure everyone saw it on SportsCenter. When your GM, Jeff Pagliaaka, publicly says, "We need more out of you," and calls you out by name, that's not helpful feedback, that's a public hit job. It's like slapping someone across the face with a press release. This isn't about motivation. It's about sending a message. The Sky is frustrated, and Angel Reese has now become their target.
Yeah, it's going down in Chicago. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. We got the Chicago Sky general manager, Jeff P., throwing Angel Reese under the bus? Jeff P. said he's had enough of missed layups.
Angel Reese strutted into the WNBA with more confidence than Kanye at a fashion show and drew as much media attention as Taylor Swift at an NFL game. She wasn't just a rookie, she was the Chi Barbie, full of charisma, dripping with hype, and carrying expectations so heavy it was like she was expected to bring home championships from day one. Fans bought into the dream, a headline, a brand, a movement. But just a few games in, the Chicago Sky front office is already treating her like a clearance rack Barbie with scuffed heels and missing pieces.
Absolutely dreadful again. And I had just complimented Angel Reese for being efficient. I had just complimented Angel Reese for putting together a respectable performance. Of course, the Chicago Bravado, they still got their ass kicked, but that doesn't matter. All that matters to the lonely men who follow Angel Reese on social media is that she looks good. But like I told you guys the other day, an excellent performance from Angel Reese, it is rare.
General Manager Jeff Pagliaaka, who, let's be real, isn't exactly known for his finesse, skipped the usual coach speak and went full scorched earth in a live press conference. He didn't bother with safe, vague lines like, "The whole team needs to step up." Nope. Jeff grabbed the mic like it was a courtroom showdown, stared straight at the media, and fired a direct shot, "We need more out of Angel Reese." No whispers. No hints. He called her out by name, under the spotlight, leaving no room for doubt. Subtlety? That left the building with last season's merch.
It's a long season, there's a lot of game left, but this is unexpected and I've been very disappointed. General Manager Jeff Pagliaaka told the Sun Times as he sat in seats at Barclays Centre watching his team morning shoot-around. We had pretty big, significant expectations for the season, which is why I made the moves I made. His assessment was that the Sky's 2-6 need to improve everywhere going into to address the lack of cohesion on defense and poor shooting. Going into Tuesday night's loss, they let a league worst 90.1 points per game. We're shooting just 39%.
And if you thought that was spicy, that was just the appetizer. What happened behind closed doors made that look like a polite brunch. According to insiders, things went nuclear. Voices were raised to glass-shattering levels, fingers were pointed like weapons, and chairs were allegedly moved in ways that suggested they were this close to being thrown. The locker room walls might still be shaking from the fallout. This wasn't just a post-game meeting, it was a full-blown team exorcism disguised as a team talk. Think group therapy, but without the therapy and loaded with unresolved tension.
Oh, this was it. Let me start it over here. So Angel Reese hair was pulled, and she immediately, oh my God, she pushed the player. Camila Cardoso stepped in. Come on, bro. This is bad. This is bad. Angel Reese did speak to reporters immediately after the game. Check out what she had to say. Roll the footage, man.
And I kind of been a passer all my career. I came out of high school as the number one wing and trying to get back to that, trying to get back to being super versatile. And Tyler made that emphasis early on in the season. I didn't understand it. And I really was kind of confused and trying to figure it out. And I'm still figuring it out.
To be fair, Angel Reese hasn't exactly been lighting it up this season. In 2025, she's averaging 10 points per game on a cold 35% shooting. She's still a force on the boards, pulling down 12 rebounds a night, credit where it's due. But let's be honest, rebounding alone doesn't win games when you're missing wide-open layups like you're in a bricklaying contest. Honestly, if we had $1 for every point-blank shot she's botched this season, we could probably buy the entire Chicago Sky front office, and still have enough left over for a hot dog. Last season, she averaged 13.6 points on a slightly better 39% shooting. Sure, it wasn't Steph Curry-level efficiency, but no one expected her to drain logo threes. What we did expect was for her to make the easy shots, especially within 3 feet of the rim. Instead, it's been a frustrating mix of hustle, hype, and missed opportunities. The potential is still there, but at some point, potential has to turn into real production. Otherwise, all that swagger just starts to look like smoke.
But the point is, you're posting this, you've got a game at 11 a.m. Central Time, and you are a 6'3" forward shooting 36% from the field, and you're averaging over 3 points less a game than you were last year, and you can't even get a block shot at your height. You're also, by the way, down a rebound and a half a game. And this is what you're worried about, is social media chatter. And look, she must... I think here's the thing. She must love this. Otherwise, she wouldn't keep crashing out and posting things like this. Guys, this is cringe.
Whoever came up with the me-bounds thing, y'all ate that up, because rebounds, me-bounds, rebounds, keybounds, T-bounds, anything that comes off that board, it's mine.
But Jeff wasn't just crunching stats or reading box scores, this went deeper. This was about accountability, that corporate buzzword that usually means someone's about to get politely roasted in public. She's had some great games, he said, with all the enthusiasm of someone trying to hype up a salad at a steakhouse. And some games that haven't been her best. That's GM speak for, we're pacing holes in the carpet backstage while pretending everything's fine in public. Then came the cherry on top, the PR gem. We need her to help us in other ways too. Oh really, Jeff? What ways exactly? Running halftime trivia? Handing out foam fingers? If Angel Reese is now expected to be the team's spiritual mascot, that's definitely news, but let's be real, other ways in basketball isn't code for makeup tutorials or motivational Instagram quotes. It means the dirty work, hustling on defense, diving for loose balls, bringing fire to the huddle. It's about energy, grit, and leadership, the invisible glue that holds a struggling team together. And when your jump shot isn't falling, those are the things that separate the good from the great.
Is under fire from the Chicago Sky general manager. The general manager names Angel Reese by name and says, we need more out of you. Now I'm scrolling through Twitter, doing my thing. You guys know how I do. Got the air breezing through my hair in those Twitter streets. I do. And I take a look and I see something that catches my attention. The Chicago Sky make a request to Angel Reese amid losing streak. Interesting. What is this request?
Let's not miss the irony here. The Chicago Sky are stumbling with a 2-6 record, giving up a league-worst 90 points per game, and shooting a painful 39% from the field. But somehow, the front office decided Angel Reese was the one to throw under the bus, like she personally deflated the basketballs. Forget that Courtney Vandersloot, one of the most experienced playmakers in the league, is out for the season. Forget that coach Tyler Marsh built his entire offense around Camila Cardoso, who's been about as dependable as a dollar store umbrella in a hurricane. But sure, let's act like Angel Reese is the entire problem. At this point, you have to wonder, is this even about basketball anymore, or is it about branding? Angel was sold as the savior, the Gen Z magnet, the TikTok queen, the one who'd reignite fan excitement. She was supposed to bring that LSU magic and NCAA glory to the pros, but when you're bricking layups and trailing by 20, no one's buying merch or tuning in for lip-sync TikToks. Branding is cute, but buckets matter, and right now, Angel's brand is getting dragged harder than Caitlin Clark trying to draw a foul.
It says here, guys, that the general manager, Jeff Pagliaaka, is it Pagliaaka or Pagliosa? You guys know I'm bad with names. But pretty much, he's opened up the publications about his team's performance and shared his thoughts on how Angel Reese could contribute more to their team's goals, and admits he's disappointed with the start to the WNBA season. What did you expect, Jeff? You sold your future for the present. You really had in your head that Angel Reese is a #1 talent. She's a superstar. And you guys continue to inflate her head, inflate her mindset, which feeds the mentality.